Yeah, testing. I think everything's good now. If you watched my video earlier, it was not anywhere near the radar that we're seeing right now. Don't know why my stream seems to be slow here. Hang on. We'll just have to wing it for now. Let's see. All right. Just doing one more thing here and we'll get on. I don't think anybody's logged in yet, so I can cut out the beginning of this if nothing's there. Just seeing if anybody comes in. If any notifications even went out, I don't know. Okay, we're looking here at the GOES satellite, which they announced a few months ago. Part of it doesn't work, so hopefully the part we need to see is working tonight. I think all 16 satellites aren't firing anymore, so whatever that story is. But nobody cares anyways, unless you're doing any research off it, then it kind of matters. But for you, the crowd, the sheep, just follow the sheep in front of you, you'll be alright. Okay. All this white is winter blizzard warning, or whatever you want to call it. And you could look, oh, here's what they call it. Here's the chart down here. The key is blizzard warning if it's solid white. That backs up real close to Illinois here. And there was some really weird stuff going. See that storm on the East Coast? That thing was huge a little while ago, and it was looking kind of strange. But we don't live there, and I don't know what it's like on the ground, so I'll stick to what I know, which is right here, Illinois. We are in the winter storm warning for snow, and they're calling so far. I'll show you right here. Right here. Right where this arrow goes is where you can see I have it selected for snowfall. And oh, hang on. Okay, where I clicked right there, and you can move it around to see where you're going to have the most snow. 2 inches to the north, if you're up in the northwest Illinois by Wisconsin. This is a 3-day total. I can play it all the way through, but this is actually basically through tomorrow night. So the Chicagoland area looking at 13 inches, the south of this blue line, and 4 inches on the edge. So, I believe the warning is up here. Let's take a look. I'm watching a remote monitor, so that's why I keep looking off my screen here. I got to move it in front of this. Yeah, blizzard conditions, part of Rockies Plains Midwest. So obviously you can go read this yourself. I just want to give everybody the heads up. I'm not going to play anything from Weather Channel because they force you to watch commercials. You can't even mute it. Thus, I am deleting it. I don't even know why it's still up here. I couldn't even look at the warning on there. It was so ridiculous. I don't like stuff being jammed down your throat. But it's getting so bad with the ad stuff that that's, I guess, what they're doing. So, we have the potential for a foot of snow by tomorrow. The warning starts at midnight tonight. if that gets updated. Like if it's any sooner, I'll let you know, but I don't think it will be. They already updated it from yesterday. This was also supposed to start on Sunday night, so they've upped it to Sunday morning at midnight. So this is strange because if you look at the radar, let me turn this off. Hang on. It doesn't look like a big deal right now. So I don't know how they know. Well, I know how they know, but what I'm saying is it doesn't look like a monster. This right here is going to dump a foot of snow, and it's just starting right there. Now, this is the GOES satellite. These patches, these little dots you see here, look like chicken pox. Look what's happening in Texas down here. Watch this. They just turned these on a few hours ago. Those are been off. Look what's happening in South Texas. And I watch South Texas sometimes in the middle of the night, right here on the border. I think it's Houston down here. They must have some kind of device in the water or near the water. Look at this. Now, if we see this right here, hang on, this starts pumping moisture straight north, because a lot of days we see our weather comes from central Texas. It'll come up the center lately. It used to come from the left to the right. You got Nebraska storms the next day. Now you get the Nebraska storm a couple hours later, so it's hauling ass. I remember because I knew somebody from Nebraska and would talk to their family, and then a day or two later we would get their weather. Maybe I was younger then and time just seemed slower. I don't know. But this thing's coming out of the Central Plains, and it's supposed to whack us like a MF. So watch those. No, you're not going to watch it, but I'm going to watch it. Those lit up GOES little radar dishes, or not GOES, that's NexRad. So the NexRad is lit up. I don't want to sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. These NexRad sites are all lit up, and you could see where all the NexRad sites are if you go to College of DuPage website, and just click right here. And I want a, come on, we'll do regional, for example. There's a region in the center. Those dots, each one is one of the GOES, or one of the NexRad devices. You could see, I believe there's one when you're heading to O'Hare off of 294, to or from. You'll see these big red and white cell towers. They look like cell towers. And then on the side, there's like a pizza box. Big, but a little lightning bolt on it. That's where these signals are coming from. It's supposed to be watching for weather, but sometimes, somehow, they reverse, and it affects the radar when they turn them on. I don't know why. That's just strange observation. And it's funny how it just all turned on a few hours ago, right ahead of the storm. And the storm is so tiny. This just blows my mind. There's nothing that looks that crazy on here. The storm on the East Coast, that's a little bit more dense than the one we got. So I'm going to watch this. Look, there's some blue lighting up here too, right in the storm. The blue is coming from these NexRad satellites. See down here, there's no clouds down here. Why are all these on? And number two, most of the time they're not on. So you figure that out. But in the meantime, I'm going to watch this storm. And the reason I'm going to watch it like this is because it doesn't make any sense. Right here is not a blizzard. There's nothing that shows a blizzard here. But they say we're getting one, and it's going to be here in a few hours. So this stuff, I thought I knew a little bit about weather, but I am seeing moisture being popped up out of thin air right here. Right here. It looks like it's coming right out of the center here. So what do you got? Arizona. It's coming out of Central Plains. So Earlier I saw on the maybe I'll do that, the infrared view here. Hang on. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Here's the big, I zoomed in on it and did a composite radar. Here's the big storm. And I'm more interested in these circles right here, to be honest with you. Because this weather is about to go right through these big blobs of energy that's showing up on radar. So don't tell me it's not energy, because it's picking up something. And they're not always on. So don't tell me this is also there all the time, because it's not. I've done videos with it on, with it off. I'm watching this for years. This thing does not go on unless they turn it on, and it's a lot of times before a storm, usually ahead of the storm. Look at those big circles. They're huge. And there's one right here in Illinois, on the Illinois border right here. So, and another one right behind it. That's huge. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 3 big ones right here. And that's exactly the path, if you look here, exactly the path that this storm is taking. So, what does that mean? I don't know. But I do know it's going to take that little cloud, that little blip of radar, and it's going to turn into a foot of snow. So, stay tuned, and I will, maybe I'll add some clips to, or pictures at least, of the snow. The news likes claiming the copyright, which even though you're editing what they say, whatever. So go by their rules. It's their service, their rules. But if you look at this path and then go back and look at this path, this is the path that's going to come down right through here, right in between these 3 big blobs. So we'll watch these later. We got it documented in case they erase this later. And that, folks, is a giant, mega, gigantic, enormous blizzard. That's a blizzard. And I think they're saying up to 2 feet of snow in Nebraska. So we got to stay tuned. Don't know why. Anyways, anybody interested in this kind of clip, I'll do them quicker. Keep them to a couple minutes or less so you can get the basic of what's going on. I'm just interested, especially because of these getting so... I had never seen them this big, actually. Usually they're just around the antenna. So this one's actually covering a lot of the antenna. A lot further out. So... yeah, I don't know. I'll be back with another video. I have some news that's going on with Twitter and Twitter posts. Let's put it that way. And then it could be entertaining. It may not. That's why I'm going to see how the video goes. But the this is just crazy. This is a blizzard. So let's watch it. We'll watch the progress. We'll watch those blue lights light up as the antennas turn on, and I'll see if I can get any better, more exciting. I mean, they named this already. It's named. I put it in the title. I don't even care anymore. This doesn't look like a storm that needs a name to it. Anyways, if you guys know how this works, the new weather forecasting, let me know. We had all those hurricanes that didn't show up on radar. Now we got a storm that's not showing up on radar. So, interesting times. Good time to be alive. All right. You guys have a great night. I'll be back. I got some other news to report on. And you have a great night. This is Wags, Chicago.